At NASCAR's night in Hollywood in 1998, Jeff Gordon was honored following a vote by the fans at NASCAR.com as NASCAR's future legend. Already a star of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, Jeff Gordon has changed many things about the way that people look at NASCAR.
Well, he's everything a car owner or a marketing company wants. He looks great. He carries himself well. He does good in promoting the sport and sponsors, whatever. The heck of it is, he gets in that race car. He's a hell of a race car driver. He can drive a race car. And he's worked at it all, you know, from the time he's 4 years old on up.
Gordon's first national exposure came on the ESPN Thunder Series. His remarkable ability matched his charismatic personality. His skill attracted the attention of many NASCAR observers.
As long as I have a memory, I think I will remember Jeff Gordon at IRP. I think he was 16 years old, in a midget, down the backstretch, running over a tire, flying through the air, coming back down on the ground, and never backing off the gas and see ya. I mean, that was impressive. That was impressive. There was no doubt that someone was going to hire that young man to drive their race car.
His impact on NASCAR came quickly and caused many veterans to examine their conventional way of thinking.
When Jeff Gordon came in and beat all these guys, they made old men out of these fellas like myself or whatever, turned the whole thing upside down. Now everybody's looking for the next young guy to come in and turn the world upside down because they know what they have with a Mark Martin or a Rusty Wallace or the guys that are established that are out there. They know what that, you know, what those guys can do, but they're looking for somebody that can do more than anybody else. And so the opportunity is so much greater now than it was in the early 80s.
You cannot deny the talent. It used to get under my skin because he'd go out there and win, win, win. I never thought he paid his dues. I thought he just got in a car, had the best cars, the best motors, the best everything, and went. But after I keep watching his talent, watching what he's able to achieve, I go, you know, this guy's naturally gifted, and he's a hell of a driver. End of story.
Ken Schrader opened the door for open-wheel races to compete in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series when he made his move from USAC to earn the Rookie of the Year award in 1985. Jeff Gordon broke down all of those barriers. Gordon's success forced NASCAR owners to keep their eyes open for open-wheel stars who could adapt quickly.
With Schrader, it made it okay to hire Gordon, and now with Gordon and Schrader both, it made it okay to hire anybody. You know, that as long as they're winning races and show that ability, and I think they're going digging these guys up off the, you know, the open wheel track. And a lot of these guys thought they were going to go to, you know, the IRL or something. They, you know, their focus has changed because the opportunity even comes quicker in NASCAR.
Tony Stewart arrived in NASCAR with an IRL championship already earned and unlimited potential. His performance in 1999 broke all rookie records, earning 3 wins and finishing 4th in the final NASCAR Winston Cup Series standings.
The series is so competitive, and NASCAR has made the series so competitive that it takes special people to really give you that opportunity to be that little bit better than everybody else on a given day. And you know, that's where Joe Gibbs and all of our people came into it. It wasn't that I was one person that made the difference. I mean, it was a team effort, and you know, that continues to be that way every week.
While some may look at Stewart as an overnight sensation, he realizes the work that it took to fight his way to the top.
There's no magic combination on how to be successful in racing, but you know, if you really have that desire and you learn to associate yourself with the right people, great things can happen to you.
While racing in USAC's Open Wheel Series, Stewart developed a rivalry with another rising NASCAR star, Kenny Irwin.
Good, look at this. Stewart got a little bit of a bobble up there, and Kenny Irwin is right on his bumper.
Now he's going to go to the bottom and try the old slide.
Oh, my gosh. They took each other out.
Can you believe it? They have taken each other out of the 100.
For Irwin, the experience gained on the short tracks of the Midwest was invaluable.
One night you may run 2 different cars, a sprint car and a midget, and the next night you may run those same cars, but it's on a dirt track, and then you run a mile track. And so every week, Winston Cup, we go to a different racetrack. And I believe that every aspect of what I had to learn in the open wheel cars somehow reflects to the Winston Cup cars.
Irwin made his next step toward the NASCAR Winston Cup Series in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. His success came quickly, earning the rookie title in 1997 and landing a ride with Robert Yates Racing in Winston Cup for the '98 season, where he once again won the Rookie of the Year award. With the success of the other open wheel stars, Dave Blaney felt his move was prepared with championships in the USAC Silver Bullet Series and the Pennzoil World of Outlaws.
You're always looking around for the best place on the racetrack. So I think it's not kind of a one set groove type racing, and I think it keeps you, I don't know how to say it, more alert or more aware, and you just keep looking around and searching for the best way around the racetrack. You never just get kind of set in your ways and say, this is how we're going to do it.
The exposure gained through televised open wheel short track races and the skills developed in high horsepower, quick reflex vehicles have opened a whole new avenue for talent for NASCAR.
Open wheel racing is a tremendous feeder system for NASCAR Winston Cup racing because those guys have light cars, tremendous horsepower. Even the midgets have a lot of horsepower with the weight of those cars. The sprint cars, the Silver Crown cars. So the driver has to, you just can't go in the corner and hit the accelerator. You have to play with that accelerator and feel the power and know when you can go full throttle. And it's the same thing with a NASCAR Winston Cup car. They're heavy, but they have a tremendous amount of horsepower and a very narrow tire. So the drivers have to really use that throttle to save those tires and get the car through the corner. And I think that open wheel experience is really working well, as proven by Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon.